Social media is doing harm to our kids, and I'm calling time on it. I've spoken to thousands of parents, grandparents, aunties and uncles. They, like me, are worried sick about the safety of our kids online. Social media is doing harm to our kids, and I'm calling time on it. I've spoken to thousands of parents, grandparents, aunties and uncles. They, like me, are worried sick about the safety of our kids online. And I want Australian parents and families to know that the government has your back. I want parents to be able to say, sorry mate, it's against the law for me to get you to do this. We don't argue that the changes that we will be legislating will fix everything immediately. We have laws such as people can't buy alcohol if they're under 18, and from time to time that can be broken. But those laws set what the parameters are for our society, and they assist in ensuring the right outcomes. Now, government's proposed age is 16. That decision was made in Cabinet on Monday, and that proposal will go to the National Cabinet meeting that I'm convening online, a virtual meeting tomorrow morning. The onus will be on, just to go through some of the details, the onus will be on social media platforms to demonstrate they are taking reasonable steps to prevent access. The onus won't be on parents or young people. There will be no penalties for users. The e-Safety Commissioner will provide oversight and enforcement. The legislation will come into force 12 months after passage. There will be a review of the legislation following its commencement to make sure. This is world-leading legislation. We want to make sure that it is got right. The e-Safety Commissioner will issue regulatory guidance setting out what reasonable steps can be taken by platforms, and that will be informed by the age assurance trial. A new definition of age-restricted social media platform will be adapted from the existing Online Safety Act definition of social media service for the purpose of the age limit. This definition will have flexibility to be narrowed through regulations, because we want to make sure, for example, that young people can continue to access educational services, for example. We will introduce privacy protections for information collected for age assurance purposes. The legislation won't feature grandfathering arrangements. We will not allow exemptions if users have parental consent, something that we discussed whether that would be appropriate or not. And it will apply to holding an account and allow for access to social media in a logged out state. We think there will be some, of course, exclusions and exemptions as well for this, to make sure that there aren't unintended consequences. But we think this is absolutely the right thing. This would be the number one discussion outside the school gate, on the sideline of tennis, cricket, football, netball, swimming, as parents gather. It's something that is of enormous concern, and we know the social harm that can be caused, and we know the consequences here.